it, but again, it's one of those things where it's kind of out of your control at this point.
Waiting so long, what was it like to kind of get on the scene yesterday?
Yeah, it was good. Let me say it was a whirlwind when I had grad 3 days before, and next thing you know, I'm on a plane to Montreal. So it was a lot of fun being here right now, doing all this stuff. It really feels pretty surreal.
How were the emotions like?
Yeah, they're excited for sure. I think obviously everyone has some nerves, but trying to tone those down and save them all for tomorrow.
How was it being out there with the kids this morning? A nice little break from whatever stress or pressure you might be feeling?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure too many of them knew what we were talking about by any means, but no, it was a lot of fun. Just going out there, even the guys just passing around with each other. It was pretty cool.
Was it good getting to know some of these guys on a different level as hockey, more than just hockey players?
Yeah, for sure. I think Denver definitely helped. Meeting Cutter and Shane, and now you meet Slavkovsky and Cooley, and you kind of know all of them from the combine-ish, but like you said, just getting to know them, it's pretty fun.
Have the nerves set in yet? I know it's been busy for you away from hockey too. But
Yeah, I think they've set in. Again, I try and as soon as I feel them come up, I try and bring them down. I think tomorrow's the day where they'll be going. Don't worry, you might see a leg twitch.
It's like having a teammate, with you here as well, kind of right in that mix too, right?
Yeah, I think it's something that we both cherish quite a bit. We became very close friends through this, and again, it's pretty easy to have a shoulder to lean on like him, but also it's fun to go through it, right? It's a little friendly competition. Obviously, we're proud of each other, but I think again, it's internal competition as well.
Remind me, when Morgan was picked, were you in the crowd that night, or that would have been online, right?
Yeah, so I was actually at a baseball game. I wasn't there. I was playing baseball, and I think it was mid-game, first inning. I heard he got picked, and I called him on the dugout, and that was it. That was that.
Right. Nice to obviously have this back in person, and the pomp and circumstance of it all that's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at it here, like Montreal's a beautiful city. I haven't toured much. I went to the Ben and Jerry's thing, and I thought that was pretty cool because I'm an ice cream guy. But again, it was a lot of fun.
What did it mean to have James Patrick too, like to kind of bounce some of this stuff off of, given what he's gone through over the course of his career?
Yeah, I think obviously Jeep he's done a lot. I think he's 14 years pro, 10 years coaching, something crazy like that. So being able to just have him as a resource, he's taught me a lot when it comes to how to play the game the proper way. Gives me leeway, but also knows when to be hard on me, and I think I'm forever grateful for him.
There's something I should have looked for before I ask you, but did you meet with the Canadians in Buffalo at the combine?
No, we didn't. Basically at the combine, it was pretty generic. I wouldn't say, since I didn't do the testing, I didn't see too many people, so that was it.
Did they reach out ever since? Because it's known that they're shopping for extra picks in the first round.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I must have heard the question wrong. But yeah, I did talk to Montreal at the combine for a little bit. Did a Zoom call with them as well.
Okay.
I've talked to them a little bit, nothing crazy, but again, it's one of those things that's kind of out of your control, and you kind of just go with the flow.
And I'm sorry, as you heard, my English pretty bad. Just to understand the timeline, only at the combine, or did you talk with them ever since?
Yeah, I've talked with them before the combine, over Zoom. Talked with them at the combine, and just kind of, haven't really talked to them much since. But again, it's one of those things that's out of your control.
Okay, thank you.
But your hometown team, they got 2 first-round picks as well. Did you assume you met with Winnipeg?
Yeah, I did see that. Again, it'll be, Winnipeg kind of plays my style of game a little bit. Playing close to home would be a lot of fun as well. So, just kind of taking it all in and embracing it. Can't control, who goes up or who goes down. It's one of those things where I just sit there and, listen.
How about being under the microscope, and people are picking apart your game, they talk about the good part. What's it like as a young guy to kind of have to deal with those sorts of both parts, like the praise and the picking apart by scouts?
Yeah, I think, again, you kind of get used to it. I wouldn't say that it really gets to me by any means. Obviously I take into consideration, a lot of people know I'm not a fast skater. I was never praised for my skating, but I tell most people I've made it work. Every level I've played at, there's no trouble in me doing it again. And again, a lot of hard work has gone into skating this summer already, but it's one of those things where you look at it, maybe you think back, okay, maybe I need to work hard at this, and then that's that. You kind of go about your own business.
And how about your competitive spirit? Is that more of a family trait, or what did you always have?
I've always had that. I think being the youngest child, youngest child genes, everyone knows that they tend to get pretty intense when it comes to little things. So whether it's a card game or something, I'm always trying to win. Even yesterday, we were just playing a little game in the hotel room, and I was pretty serious in trying to win it. But again, it's one of those things I've always had, and it translates into hockey very well.
Connor, sorry if you've already been asked this, but can you talk about the kind of uncertainty of this experience and not knowing where you're going to land? What's that like for you?
Yeah, it's something that I've kind of taken, not personally, but I embrace it. Right? I think it's a cool feeling. It's once in a lifetime opportunity, and like you said, you really have no idea where you could go. Like I told them, whether I go in the first round, go whenever, I'm always going to be happy, and I'm always going to be looking forward to starting a new journey.
No inkling from your meetings or the combine?
Not really. I think it was, like I said, I just kind of went about the little things, and obviously you talk to some people, who knows, right? With this draft, everyone's talking about the trade ups, the trade downs. It really is, it's one of those things you just go about.
And you said you got family here, you're playing games. What else are you doing to kind of take your mind off the stress of the actual draft?
Yeah, I think just being around family is kind of what I've focused on. We've done a lot of things. I got my first Montreal poutine the other day. It was pretty good. And again, it's those little things where you just kind of go and hang out with them, and just they're along with you for the journey, right? So you just embrace it.
Who's here from your family?
My mom, my dad, both my brothers, my girlfriend, their girlfriends and their wife, auntie, and aunt and uncle.
Quite the crew.
Yeah, quite a posse I got going with me.
Awesome. Thanks, Connor.
Thank you.
You talk about the trade up, trade down scenarios. Is it possible to go through this and still be a fan? Like, you've been a fan your whole life, you've watched these drafts. Like, as you're going through it, can you still kind of detach a little and get excited about everything that's happening around what's going to define your future?
Yeah, again, I think that's one of the things that everyone loves to do at the draft, right? It's you're a fan of hockey, you love the game. So when you see, someone made a trade, I'm not going to be bummed out. I'm going to be pretty excited. I like seeing things kind of go on and go about. And like even in the WHL draft, those trades that happened before I got picked, like I wasn't expecting me to go. I was just excited that something was happening. So everyone loves a good draft, and I think with the guys we got going on here, it's pretty special.
You mentioned the family a few times. That even you've had some brothers have gone through it. How much has that helped you get through this whole process?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Morgan going through it is one of those things that I guess you could say I'm one step ahead of the game. Seeing him kind of go through it, I've got the advantage to talk to him about it, see how he went about his business, and I'll always be forever thankful for him and Noah.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's asked you this yet, but how would you describe your game? The fans who maybe haven't seen you play.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a playmaker, bigger guy, so I think I do, finish checks at times, but I think I'm more of a playmaker. I rely on my vision and my IQ a lot. I think I use my shot quite a bit as well, so player comparable, probably like a Leon Draisaitl. Don't get me wrong, not his trait or not his accolades, but try and pull some things from his stuff.
Were you at your brother's draft?
No, I was playing baseball actually when he got drafted. He was at home, and yeah, I was just playing baseball and got the call and said congrats for probably 10 seconds and continued on with my game.
What other sports you play as a kid? Baseball, hockey?
Baseball,
main ones, or?
hockey. I curled for a long time. Any school sport, I try and go to provincials for that. Again, it's anything I can get my hands on.
Any good at curling?
Well, we won our zone, so yeah, I'm half decent.
Two-sport athlete right there.
Yeah, I'm half decent, but again, like volleyball, basketball, those were kind of all my main sports.